Is the son of a Detroit preacher who was sentenced to 50 to 250 years in prison for taking part in a deadly robbery in 1986.
But tonight, he is a free man, released early for his extraordinary efforts fighting crime from behind bars. Defender Kevin Deet sat down with a former inmate who is just getting used to a world that is much, much different than when he first went in 3 decades ago.
Yeah, 35 years ago. Can you imagine how much things have changed in that time? Jimmy's trying to get used to it. Jimmy calls himself a crime fighter for God. He thought he'd be locked up for life. Instead of complaining, he started compiling evidence against corrupt prison guards. His work led to major cases and dozens of convictions. In Governor Snyder's final days of office, he rewarded Jimmy by changing his sentence to time served. And now he's out and finally home. Thousands of prisoners beg for mercy by asking for early release through commutation. Jimmy is one of the few who was approved.
It was the most happiest joy moment of my life.
Rewarded for years of snitching on corrupt prison guards in the Michigan system. For his safety, he asked us not to show his face. His work as a snitch put him in constant danger behind bars. He thanks God for keeping him alive.
I could have easily lost faith, but I knew that, hey, he said he would protect me, he would shield me. Even though I was stabbed, I was beaten, I was hurt, guess what? I still rise.
Now, after 35 years of imprisonment, Jimmy, the son of a Detroit preacher, is a free man. His first stop, to see his father.
He embraced me, and it was like 5 or 6 minutes. I literally had to just tell Pops, okay, you can let me go, Pops.
Jimmy says the world is a much different place now than when he went to prison back in the mid-'80s.
The world is moving fast, but I got to take it as slow as possible.
For the first time in decades, the 66-year-old can decide when to wake up, when to sleep, when to eat. He says the outside world can be overwhelming in 2019.
They say you could FaceTime and people over in China can see you, and stuff like that. I said, what? They said people in China can talk to you.
Cars are faster.
It beat the wind. Hey, and this the first thing they tell me, put that seatbelt on.
And smarter.
This lady was coming on here and telling him how to get back to where we was going, and just navigating him straight to the front door.
Jimmy is smarter too. He went to jail for robbing an after-hours gambling joint. His co-defendant shot and killed a man. It cost Jimmy 35 years of his life.
I can live 1,000,000 years and never entertain the thought of doing something that will take my freedom from me.
What he will do is speak to children about making smart choices.
If I could just reach one child in life, I think that's what God would want me to do.
And find ways to keep helping inmates protect themselves from corrupt guards, this time from the outside.
I took a stand in prison to do that, and that was the unpopular place to do it, but I did it. And through the grace of God, he brought me out. And now he's having me to do even more work that he has planned for me to do.
Jimmy was so excited for his first good meal in decades, he went to an all-you-can-eat shrimp and lobster fest. 3 hours later, he was in the hospital, sick to his stomach. He was fine the next day. He says prison food reform is on his list of prison problems he plans to continue working on from the outside.
Probably not a lot of lobster nights inside.
No. Yeah.
He also has a lawsuit against the prison system. What's the status of that?
He does. Plymouth attorney Keisha Cheney is handling that case, and Jimmy is suing the Michigan Department of Corrections for not protecting him as an informant. He hopes that his lawsuit will help other inmates be safer when they come forward with information about wrongdoing.
Yeah, because it's important.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.